All right, so we've learned how to solve inequalities, what that looks like, what our solutions look like. So now it's time to talk about graphing inequalities. So we've talked about what is an inequality, but we're just going to review it. An inequality compares two values that are not equal. The solution of an inequality is going to be a set of numbers rather than just one, and that's what we're going to learn how to represent graphically today. And an inequality uses four specific symbols to represent the solution. So our inequality symbols are our less than symbol, greater than symbol, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So when we're graphing these symbols, our less than and greater than symbols, as you can see right here, they're represented on the graph with an open circle. That tells us that the value that circle is on is not included in the solution, but all the other values in its arrow direction are. And then on the flip side of that, when we're looking at less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, when we graph those are represented with a closed filled in circle saying that it's including that value. So when we're graphing them, it's a really simple process. And as we go through these steps, we're going to be graphing the inequality x is greater than 2. We're not going to solve it or anything. We just got our solution. X is greater than 2. So number one, we need to look at the sign to determine if our dot is going to be open or closed and then put it on the number line. So some number lines might have numbers for you already. This one's blank, so I'm going to fill it in. I know our solution's 2, so I'm just going to do like, this is going to be -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Most number lines will come numbered for you, but some won't, or if you have to make it yourself. So let's look at the sign. The sign we're working with is right here. We've got x is greater than. So we know that because it's greater than, it's going to be an open circle, not a closed circle. So we're going to go ahead and put that open circle on 2 right there. So now we go to step 2. If our inequality is greater than or equal to, draw an arrow moving to the right where the values are getting bigger. So that is our case. The third step is to see if it's less than or equal to. And if that's the case, we're going to draw our arrow where the values are getting smaller, which is to the left. Oops, this says right. I'm so sorry. That would be left, where the values are getting smaller. So x is greater than. So we want to represent numbers that are greater than 2, which is 3, 4, and so on and so on. So that means I'm going to draw an arrow, a line with an arrow. It's a little messy looking, but that's okay. We're going to draw it going to the right, and that's it. That's all we're going to do to graph our inequality. You could also graph it straight on the line. It doesn't matter. Either way, I always do it a little bit above just to make sure it's really clear, especially if I was using a black pen or a black marker, but it doesn't matter as long as your arrow is going in the correct way and your circle is open or closed, whichever one's correct for your inequality. All right, so we're just going to do a couple different practice problems. Our first one, we're going to solve this inequality and then graph it. So to solve it, I'm going to draw my line. I need to get the variables by itself, get that constant away from my variables. That leaves me with 2x is less than 6. And then I need to get x by itself, isolate it by dividing both sides by 2. That simplifies to 1, leaving me just x. My sign does not change. And 3, so x is less than 3. So my step 1 is to look at the sign and determine if that's an open or a closed dot. I know because it's less than, but it does not have the equal to sign on the bottom. It's just the open dot. And I'm going to go ahead and, oops, 1, 2, sorry, it won't let me write right under it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just needed to label my number line. So we said we've got an open dot on 3. And x is less than 3, so to indicate values less than 3, that's going to be going to the left towards 2, 1, and so on. And that's how we would represent our solution. That's it. I would make sure to just note that you got that answer too. All right, our second example, solve the inequality and graph the solution. We've got 10x is greater than or equal to 2 times x plus 3. So first things first, I see a 2, I see some parentheses, some terms in there, so I need to distribute that before I can do anything. That 10x does not change, greater than or equal to 2x plus 6. All right, I've got variables on both sides, but constants just on one, so I'm going to move my variable away from my constant because it's already by itself. So I need to subtract 2x from both sides. That leaves me with 8x is greater than or equal to, that's a 0 pair, and 6. My last thing, isolate our variable. That leaves me with x is greater than or equal to 6 over 8. There's nothing wrong with having a fraction, but if we have a fraction, we want to make sure that we've simplified it all the way. And I know that 6 over 8, the numerator and the denominator are both divisible by 2, so x is greater than or equal to 3 over 4, so 3/4. So because it's 3/4, I'm going to use that. I'm going to put fractions on my number line. You could also put it in between the values 0 and 1 if that's what your number line looked like, but it doesn't matter either way. So I'm going to start with 0, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1, 1 and 1/4, 1.5. So x is greater than or equal to 3/4. So I'm looking at my sign to see if I'm going to have an open or a closed dot on my line. And that's telling me it's going to be closed because it has that or equal to sign. So on 3/4, I'm going to have a closed circle. And you just want to make sure, however you're doing this, just make sure it's really clear that it's closed. And then it's going to be greater than or equal to. So greater than is going to the right on our number line. It's getting bigger. So I'm going to draw that line with the arrow. It does not have to be pretty or perfect or anything, as long as it's very clear. But that's all there is to graphing inequalities. It's really simple. And you can also use it to help check your answers when solving your inequalities or anything like that. So good luck.